guys, welcome back to Little Grip Garage. For today's episode, I bought some duct tape from Tractor Supply, and I found a good old set of rims for my mini Jeep here at the store. So I had an idea. We're gonna make duct tape tires and see if it's worth it. Maybe if you're broken down, go buy some duct tape from your local hardware store. So I got these new rims here. Basically, we're gonna have my brother mount the tape onto the rim, hold the engine on the throttle, and it's just gonna hopefully wind up some tires here, duct tape. And then we're gonna go test them in the mud, grass, gravel, concrete, and see if they're actually reliable and see how it handles. So we have a whole bunch of different brands and colors because Walmart didn't carry like 40 things of duct tape. But we're gonna get this thing jacked up with a little jack over here, take off the old tires, and then we're gonna get these rims thrown on, and then we're gonna get right to work throwing this duct tape on and see if it'll go rip around. So I couldn't find any jack stands, so one jack will have to do, but I'm thinking if we just put it in the middle, ought to be good enough. Found the crustiest box on the property. So I have no idea where my impact is, and I'm too lazy to go try to find it. So we're gonna use ratchet, turn on the parking brake. Had to bring Bradley in, a little too weak. Last time I took these off, I torqued them down to a dead battery basically. But this should be good enough to use this, take that tire off, and then I'll do the same to the other one. There we go. All right, tire and wheel one is now out. We're gonna grab our rim and mount this thing up. Gotta make sure your valve stem right there is facing on the outside. Honestly, might just rip the rims. It doesn't look too bad. All right, I'm gonna go do the same thing on the other side, not film it, just get that part done. And then I'll come back to you guys once we're ready to stick some tape on this and see if our plan will even work. So what we're gonna do is do you think we should start with one in the middle to get the height even first?
Yeah, put it in the middle, and then when it fills up,
yeah,
I can kind of move it side to side.
All right, so the plan is there's a little dip in the middle of this rim here. So we're gonna use one roll on each side and fill in that dip. And then once it's level with the sides, we're just gonna put probably 2 or 3, and then we'll just go from there, see how that goes. You wanna hold that? I got my helmet on, you got yours on, yep, just in case, because you never know what's gonna happen. You ready?
Yep.
It's already pretty even.
Yeah, we'll just...
Should we put 2 on now? All right, guys, I'm gonna set a time lapse getting this on there. We have it even on the top now, like I was saying. We're gonna knock these tires out, and I'll see you guys when we're done. Look at that, literally perfectly smooth. We've already went through one roll and literally 4 seconds, sound's gone. But yeah, I'll see you guys once all these are finished on both sides. Alright guys, finally it is done. It actually went really fast. And I should have got more duct tape. I might still, I don't think I will though, but it barely clears, I think. As you guys can see, fully finished up. It looked pretty cool. I have no clue if this thing is going to clear because it is very close. Because like I said, I should have got more duct tape, but it might, the sprocket might hit. So we're going to be limited on off-roading. But well, I don't even think the jack is going to be able to, we're going to have to lift it off the jack. Oh no, we're good. Oh yeah, we got a whole inch of clearance. We're good. And there we go. We have duct tape tires on the Tractor Supply Mini Jeep. It looks pretty funny. I mean, I don't know, but I say I get a helmet on real quick. Let's see if this thing will even move, which I know it would, but duct tape tires. So we gotta see what it's all about. All right, guys. It actually only took like 30 minutes to put these tires on. Well, make the tires, whatever you want to call it. Got my helmet on. It's time to see if this thing will even move. I'm sure it will, but you never know. It's duct tape tires. All right, here we go. You ready, Bradley?
Yeah, make sure your parking brake's off.
Yeah.
When you move.
Ready?
Hmm?
Oh, it's got grip. It's got really good grip. Oh, never mind. It felt good. Alright, well it moves, but it is currently dark out, so I'll see you guys in the morning when we can fire this thing up and go test it, I guess you call it, off-road it, do all the above, but again, we do not have a lot of ground clearance at all, so I'm going to be very careful with that, keep that in mind tomorrow, but I'll see you guys then, we'll go rip this thing around. Well guys, now that we got some daylight out here and we can actually test on this thing, I putted it out here to the field and it is going to be a rough ride. Basically the entire time the go-kart's doing this because I forgot to put it on the jacks when it sat overnight. So there's a massive flat spot in the tires, which is my bad. And also our sprocket and disc brake are basically hitting the grass. So I gotta be really careful with this thing today because I'm not trying to buy $100 worth of sprocket and a whole bunch of stuff like that. But I think we're ready to go rip this thing around. I got a camera set up on the side so you guys can see the tire if anything does happen. But I think other than bottoming out, this is going to be a pretty fun little ride. And I know we're not going to get a lot of traction, but that makes me think, will this thing drift really good? I hope it does because I love drifting. So let's go see what this thing's got. Camera's now all set up on this rear tire here. Let's go rip this thing around and see what it's got. And try not to damage anything, but that's a very low chance of success of not damaging anything. All right, here we go. This thing is literally a drift machine. Watch this. These things actually work really good. Get a little wear check. They're very padded down now. And you can see the little dip in the middle where the middle of the rim is, which means these things are getting padded down. That's the clearance we're working with. Basically none. This is the only side that's really bumpy. And I don't think we pulled the duct tape tight enough when we tried to install it. But I'm going to set up a camera right here and we're going to see if we can drift this entire turn right here. All right, let's see how long we can drift this thing, if we can get it to slide on this whole turn. Let's see what kind of donuts we can do with this. All right, we're gonna go on a little adventure. We're gonna try to go find some mud in the woods with this thing. But I don't know how that's gonna go because this thing has no traction. So I'll see you guys when we're down there. Let's go see what this thing can do in the mud. All right, this is all mud. On my dirt bike, I can't even drop through this without just spinning out, so. Oh no, this is already not good. Yeah, I think if we just don't floor it, we might be fine. But this thing's sliding around like crazy already. Oh no, this stuff is gonna be rough right here. Oh no. This stuff is just slop. Uh-oh. Well, guys, I would definitely say that this was a huge success. It was really fun, and they act more like drift sleeves than anything. If I ever did this again, I would definitely get more duct tape because I was really worried about bottoming out our disc brake and sprocket. But it was super fun. We got to drift around a lot and test it, and it didn't work too bad actually. But obviously there just wasn't a lot of traction. But I'm gonna drive this thing over to the shop. I'm gonna throw the actual tires back onto this thing. We're gonna get this thing a nice, big, deep clean, and then go park it up, make sure it's all clean and good. But yeah, I'm gonna go swap these other tires on, and I'll see you guys when we're ready to fully deep clean this thing. Oh, these things are heavy. All right, this is a little damage check. This inside layer, where we were sliding, because when we were drifting right, this inside layer was really getting hit, and it is pretty ripped up on this side, but it looks like that's just one layer. I mean, if we peel this layer off, that's a brand new layer of duct tape. Those things are really heavy though. Yeah, this one had a huge lump in it right there. But this one looks way more intact than the other one. These are going to be really fun taking off the duct tape. All right, let's go wash this thing up and get it looking nice. Well, this thing cleaned up really nice. We got the stock tires back on this thing, pressure washed it, wiped it down with the microfiber rag, and it looks really good. And we put it back to how it was, obviously. But I think today's video was definitely a success with duct tape tires. Like I was saying, they're more like drift tires than anything, but it was also really fun. So comment down below what you guys want to see me do with those duct tape tires, because I'm not taking those apart immediately. Comment down below what other videos you want to see, what you want me to see me do. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.